part of me, really. Like, whenever I was really young, I don't know if you remember Musically, but I used to make videos on there all the time. I used to take my parents' camcorder and I used to make videos, and I was a theater kid, so I was really into acting and stuff like that. And I've always been the weird, interesting, artistic kid, and I've always had a passion for this stuff. So it's been definitely have patience and remain consistent. That is the biggest key. Patience and consistency. I kind of did some introspective work. I did a lot of like looking at other people's work and who was more famous than me. And I looked at when did they post? What did they do? I even reached out to them and I said, hey, even if I didn't get a response, at least I tried. But I said, I definitely, as far as like the mental toll part of it, it definitely does take a toll out of you, taking a toll on your mental health, most definitely. I kind of have a bad addiction to my phone because I'm always just like looking at like, looking at my metrics, looking at my strategies and stuff. I've never really met a content creator who hasn't had a phone addiction. So, that's definitely taking a mental toll on it. And also just getting some discouraging comments can be a little, like, I don't really like it, but it takes a lot of thick skin, and I just kind of brushed it off because I think like the way you can start earning things is just I've noticed like live streaming really helps, and really like this is an important one, reaching, like I said, reaching out to your audience, because if you make them feel heard, they're gonna keep coming back and they're gonna be excited to see what you have to post. So making that community is very important because you get people who support you and you support them, and they're gonna help you make your dreams come true, really.
Mhm.
I don't really like have respect for those kind of people who just buy their followers. I mean, that just kind of defeats the whole purpose of it. It is really easy to just be like, buy your followers, but I feel like that's just people who make like scam pages and stuff like that who try to just get your money. It's not for everybody. Like, biggest thing, you gotta have big, thick skin. You gotta be consistent. If you're somebody who easily, which I used to be like that, and I still kind of am. If you're somebody who just kind of like can't stick to long-term things because it's a lagging process. It's going to take a long time. I still haven't reached the goal that I wanted to reach. But if you celebrate those tiny milestones, like, yeah, there's been people who have like wanted to meet up with me and stuff, which is like it's fine if I know you in real life, but like if I don't, that's a little weird. Or I would even say like um sexual weird things, that's like just uncalled for. The first sign is when you're not getting like the same amount of views that you usually do, or the same amount of attention and community of like people who are engaging in your content. There's actually the thing is when you're being a content creator and you're being a professional, because I think it's just, it's going to be literally anything. It's going to be like a content creator cleaning their house, content creator folding laundry, you know what I mean? Like simple things, like everybody's starting to be a content creator, which makes it even harder for you to break into this industry because everybody wants to do it. And if everybody wants to do it, then really nobody can do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, dangerous, stupid. Okay, I'm in. Yeah. I mean, people will do anything to get views. It's kind of sad, but But what is your favorite horror movie? I have to ask.
Okay, I don't watch a lot of horror, right? So I like to
Hmm.
think.
But my favorite thing about it is like how surreal it is. I'm really into like liminal spaces and stuff, and I love a lot of David Lynch's work because of that. Like it's just weird and doesn't quite make sense. But I'm like, I kind of dig that. I like it when things don't make sense. Because the entire like setting, the atmosphere, that's really important to me. If it has a good setting and it has a good set design and stuff, that's what really pulls me in. Um, Man, that's a deep question.
Hey everyone, this is Abhi from No Budget Filmmaking Podcast, and here with me is Krystal. Hi, Krystal.
Hi everyone.
So would you like to introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Yes, my name is Crystal Kiss. I'm a performer, actress, and content creator. I've worked at an 80s arcade back at home. I'm from Missouri, and it is my dream to be a big content creator and actress and make independent films.
Oh, that's so amazing. So how did you started into this industry?
It's been with me since childhood. I was talking a little bit about like musically and stuff. I don't know if you remember it. Musically used to be TikTok, and I would make musicallys when I was younger, and I would also make YouTube videos. I would make like recreations of Five Nights at Freddy's, silly stuff, and I was always like the weird artistic kid in the classroom, but I knew secretly that like I've always wanted to do this and it's always been with me.
Hmm. So when did you start taking it seriously that you wanted your career path to be in the field of media or arts?
I started taking it seriously when I got offered the position at 1984 Arcade. And when I started to notice that the page got like 40,000 followers and like 4.7 million views off of the video, I started feeling like things were starting to come together and that this is something that I really wanted. And I've noticed that I've had a knack for it. I'm really good at editing, I'm really good at talking at the camera. And I just wanted to put basically everything into making content creation and keep moving forward because being a content creator, there's a lot of winding paths. There's not really like one direct path that you can follow, so you have to do a lot of trial and errors, if you will. So yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so when you started taking it seriously, did it break your illusion a little bit? Like you were thinking about, oh, it's just all going to be just having fun, or do you realize the technical part of it is like uh, to be taken care of in a way?
Oh, absolutely. It definitely like broke the rose-tinted glasses feeling that you have. Like, and I would say that with like anything, it starts becoming a job.
Mm.
And like I love doing it. Like I don't like hate doing it. But you know, it does take up a lot of your time. You have to constantly be on it. You have to be constantly looking at your metrics and studying the algorithm because it's constantly evolving and changing. But even though it's like it's not the same as like, oh, I kind of want to just make a video today just for fun. I still love it because it's something that I can put my creativity into, and it's different like every single time I make a new video.
Mm. But how did you? Okay, when you said did you had a course in social media management, or is it just is it available right now, or we just um, we're just learning as we go along?
I personally don't have a course. I taught myself. I also reached out to others for help. I've also followed different like Instagram accounts that help with evolving like bigger following and also monetization and stuff like that. It was a lot of self-research. I personally don't have my course. I don't have a course like that, but I would like to reach out to people and also share what I've learned about the algorithm and help others who have the same dream.
Okay. Would you like to elaborate on how much the algorithm changes? Because sometimes um, I don't want to use that word because it's gonna taint the whole channel, but there is still a time where this red pill content and all this extremely misogynistic content that was just going viral for some reason, especially on YouTube.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but, what do you learn how it changes and how what's the first sign that we have to, as a content creator, change our strategy?
The first sign is when you're not getting like the same amount of views that you usually do, or the same amount of attention and community of like people who are engaging in your content. There's actually the thing is when you're being a content creator and you're being a professional, most content creators use the Meta Business app, for example, and that kind of shows like it has like a line graph of where like your views are going and where like it says like during the month like oh is if it's doing good it's going to go up and if it's not doing good it's going to go down, right? And you base it off of that. So if I notice that like okay this video didn't do well or a couple of these videos didn't do well, it's going to show that in that line graph. It's going to like tank down a bit, if that makes sense. So my advice is to use search engine optimization by like looking up different prompts or what's trending, look at trending audios, look at what people are talking about, like take time to look in your For You page or what your specific niche is, look what other people are doing, replicate that, but don't replicate it so much to where it's a complete duplicate, if that makes sense.
That's that you brought up an interesting point because at one point, like some people, they just literally copy and paste the trend, right? And
Right.
some of them get success and some of them not. So what do you think we should do?
Um, so there's actually an analogy that I like to bring up. So imagine yourself like you go into a mall food court, right? There's a bunch of hamburger shops. You need to be the first person that invents the spaghetti hamburger. I know that sounds crazy, right? But like when you be like, "Oh, I kind of want to try the spaghetti hamburger." It's a hamburger, but like the spaghetti is something that makes it different. So what can you do that's like kind of the same thing but different in a way? It's similar like to like the same niche or whatever like you want to call it, but it has a different taste or flavor or look. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. You have to make it all your own in a way.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yes. So it can be the same like a trend, but like how can you make it your own, if that makes sense?
hmm, but okay, social media is a different animal in its way, right? If I keep doing what I'm doing and I'm
Mhm.
not succeeding, it doesn't work, right? I have to change something.
Mhm.
Uh, but
Right.
don't you think it's a slippery slope? Like a lot of content creator that are just controversial for being controversial sake. Uh, they tend to have to now overdo themselves. I'm not sure if you remember there was a time period where the prank content was going viral all the time, and it just went off the rails, and I think it still went off the rails. So I don't know.
Yeah, you were saying something about like controversy, right? How that
Yeah.
brings more attention.
Yes.
That's the sad part about that. It's like if you do something bad or if you like for example do something that's like crazy and stupid, like some of those funny videos where like people purposely hurt themselves or the Tide Pod challenge, stuff like that. It's like those stupid kind of videos are going to get the most views. And it's crazy like what people will do to go to those extremes, but the reality is that that um, sort of fame is not going to last forever. If you actually put your authentic self into it, and if you actually have something to provide for people, that is what's going to build a long lasting community, not like a stupid controversial video because people are going to leave. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a slippery slope because it's like I feel like you can get a following if you're bad, but you can also get a following if you're good. It's really confusing. You know what I mean?
One can content creator that I want to mention. I'm not sure. Okay, let me just mention it. Johnny Somali. He was a streamer, and
Mm-hmm.
he's now. I think he's now stuck in Korea, South Korea,
Oh,
and
okay.
he was basically that. He was in Japan, and he was so miserable, and so offensive to Japanese people, but he was getting streams left and right, and he got so much
Mhm.
made so much money out of it. So again, it's a
Yeah,
slippery slope, and
I don't
again,
know.
yeah. And there's one more challenge that I
The
remember.
future of
Yeah.
the future of content creators is just interesting because I think it's just, it's going to be literally anything. It's going to be like a content creator cleaning their house, content creator folding laundry, you know what I mean? Like simple things, like everybody's starting to be a content creator, which makes it even harder for you to break into this industry because everybody wants to do it. And if everybody wants to do it, then really nobody can do it. You know what I mean?
Yes, and once the
Yeah.
market is really saturated, it's really hard to stand out too.
Right, right.
Hmm.
So, and AI doesn't make it any better either.
Yeah, I literally got a. It's funny you brought it up. Like this morning, I got a sponsored ad of an AI model, and it just says Sophie or something moves around Germany or
hmm
moves around the whole world. So it's just AI images of her at different places, and I'm like,
That's so weird. What?
yes,
Okay. And I
and
think
then
that's really sad for artists too, like who just want to like show their art that actually have a talent, and it's just getting taken over by AI. It's like, what's the point of that? I don't understand.
no, but the first thing that came into my mind, it's going to be really hard for the traveling influencers who travel around the world and they just go. And I saw one individual who went to Afghanistan. It was really dangerous, and I don't
hmm
know why she did that, but it was
Yeah.
basically to get more views, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Dangerous, stupid. Okay, I'm in. Yeah, I mean, people will do anything to get views. It's kind of sad, but I think it's important for us to like keep reminding this community of people who are on social media that there is still authentic creators. Because I actually want to see like somebody face to face to me. Like I do not want to see an AI person. I can't really get that relatability from it. I think that's the really important thing about being a content creator is like if you act like a robot or if you have a sense of professionalism, it can be good if you have a business. But if you have more of like a personality and somebody who is like communicative to their community, I think that goes a long way too. Because I've noticed like I try to respond to everybody in my DMs because they're important to me. I care about my audience, and showing that like I'm a real human just like them. I think that also just really helps in the regard of being a content creator because that is the entire point is being there for your audience.
Yeah, absolutely. And something came into my mind. I also saw a For You page. I scroll it a lot because I'm that's how I scout my guests. So
Yeah.
there was this one AI actress that is just being represented by a real agency. So it's just I don't know what it is.
Oh, that what?
Yeah,
You're joking.
I
No.
wish I
Oh my gosh,
was.
that makes me so mad. Wait, but how can they actually go to like auditions and stuff? Like, is it animated? Like, I'm confused.
I would say they're AI models as well, and they're pretty close to realistic. So I don't know. And again, you can give them any setting, any background. You don't have to pay them. You don't have to listen to them. There's basically
Yeah,
one guy who can shot it up right away with bunch of prompts and all that. So that's
yeah.
also,
We were we were talking to a friend and we said that like the movie of the future, I feel like people are just going to be able to like just type in what they want to watch and they can like put their face in it and they can put like their celebrity crush in it and make like a love story out of it. Like that's going to be the future of movies is that you can just AI generate it right in front of you and you don't even need actors and actresses, which is really sad. Because I miss the times of like, like Evil Dead and stuff like that. That's why I love a lot of older movies because things were cheaper to produce and to make, and also practical effects and stuff like that. But like with the rise of AI and CGI, it's like you don't have that charm anymore. It's really sad.
Yes, I love practical effects like the
Mm.
squibs and the blood pumping out. It's
Yeah.
it's it's something. It's badass to see like real blood, even though it's not real blood, but real blood
Right.
coming out of like face or something. It's really cool.
Well,
That's
it could be pig's blood. You never know. Yeah. But what is your favorite horror movie? I have to ask.
okay. I don't watch a lot of horror, right? So I like The
Hmm.
Thing. Again, I cannot choose one. I
What
like
is it?
The Thing.
The Thing?
Yeah.
John Carpenter's The Thing?
Yes, man.
Yes, I love you, man. Oh my God, I love The Thing. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's really good because the body horror.
Yeah. I like The Thing. I like Silence of the Lambs. I like the classic one, Aliens, The Shining.
Yeah.
There was a phase in my life that I was watching the extreme movies, uh,
Hmm.
like the Human Centipede and all that worse gory stuff. I don't want to
Ooh.
watch this anymore. Thankfully, I moved away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen Terrifier? That for me was like I don't want to watch this anymore. Like it started getting really bad, and like even my dad was like, it starts getting really bad, and I continued watching it. And I was like, okay, yeah, it gets bad. And I've seen a lot of stuff, but even then, I was like, wow, no wonder everybody says this one's really gory. So, but
yeah,
I like that stuff, so
yeah. There's a couple
it's
of move.
cool.
Yeah,
No, and
there's a
you say
couple.
you're not a horror fan, like you got all these cool horror movies
Yes,
mentioned.
yes. Recently, I liked The Barbarian. Really, I liked it a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen Weapons, but I will.
Okay. Have you seen it recently came out, it actually did really well. I'm trying to remember, was it Weapons, I think it was called?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
I haven't. I have the subscription of HBO Max. I will watch it today.
Yeah. I actually like funny enough, I know I feel awful saying this, but I have not seen it yet because I've been working a lot, so I haven't had the chance to watch it yet. So I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it
But
makes
everybody
sense.
says it's really good. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like being a content creator, there's a myth because even though I had like 40,000 followers on my TikTok, um, I wasn't making enough money to support myself. And that's why, like, I was making a movie at the same time. I wrote an entire script for it. I had an entire cast for it. But I had insufficient funds.
Oh,
So I had to put it to the wayside and make some more money right now.
mm.
So I'm working a lot for that. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I told my cast and crew that I would prompt it or pitch it to like a bigger company and see if they would take it, or even just like an indie company who would help me, who has like different equipment and stuff. Because we were actually going to use an entire camcorder to film the entire thing. It was going to be found footage style. So it was going to be very 80s. That's right up my alley.
I would say it was the camcorder thing is like early 2000, don't you think?
Camcorders,
Found footage?
no, I mean, I would say disposable cameras are very 2000s, but the camcorder's been around for a while. I'd say like a VHS camera, like a Betamax camera. Have you seen Back to the Future? You know, the
Yes,
camera
yes.
that Marty has? Yeah, I mean, that's the camera that we were going to use to film my movie on. So and it was not going to be easy. We would have to convert the VHS into DVD, and
Mm.
then we would have to edit it. And so that was going to be a pain in the butt. And so we were like, either we do that or we just film it on a vintage camera or with a vintage lens, I mean, and just make it look like VHS. So
Mm.
either way.
That's easier to be honest.
Yeah, no, I agree because the thing is with ancient technology, I love it. I got a CRT monitor in the back. Um, it's a lot of fun, but it tends to not be reliable at all.
Yeah,
So,
that's for sure.
yeah.
Do you remember those cassettes?
Oh yeah, cassette
Yeah,
tapes.
Yeah, my uncle was a fanatic about that, so he still had it. Well,
Hmm.
I never lived in 80s, so I don't know much about cassette.
Hmm.
But we used to turn it around and just like do it again and play it again. It was so cool. We loved it.
Yeah, I don't have many cassettes, but I do have a Walkman right here.
Oh
That's
wow.
like what a cassette would go into, right?
Yeah.
And then I also collect a bunch of vinyls and stuff. I got some down here, but I got like my Van Halen vinyl. Um, my biggest thing right now I collect is VHSs. I've been collecting for quite a while. As a little girl, I had a TV in my room, the CRT TV. Not this one, but it was a different one. And I would get up out of my crib and I would go change the VHS to go try to watch another movie. And man, ever since I was little, I've always loved watching movies.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
I just kind of relive my childhood with VHS tapes now.
That's nice.
So,
What's your
and they're a
favorite
lot,
horror
they're very
movie?
expensive. Hmm?
What's your
What's
favorite
my
horror
favorite
movie?
horror movie?
Hmm.
Oh man, Evil Dead.
Okay.
Evil
Okay.
Dead. And the reason why I love it so much is that, like we were kind of talking about this, is
Hmm.
that it was filmed on a cheap budget and they were able to deliver something amazing. I also really love Bruce Campbell. I love Army of Darkness. I just watched that one yesterday. The entire series is amazing and has really good body horror effects and practical effects.
Yes.
So, and I like
Have
the
you
camera work too.
have you seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
That one's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Ed Gein story on Netflix?
I have not, but I heard a lot of good things about it. And since
Yeah.
The Silence of the Lambs, the book was inspired heavily by Ed Gein's story, so
Hmm.
there's that. And also Psycho. I love
Yeah.
Psycho.
I do really like Silence of the Lambs. I'm into psychological thrillers, and that one's really good. I like Hannibal Lecter as a character. I think it's just crazy how like you start to feel like comfortable with him even though he's psycho. Like he's just such a good actor, the way he delivers his lines, and he makes you feel uncomfortable, and the way the camera work is done, it's a beautiful film. I really love it, and it's really well done, especially for the 90s.
Yes,
And
and also,
Scream's good too.
oh, I love Scream. It is a satire though, but I really loved I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Hmm.
Like,
I heard good things about that one. I only watched bits and pieces of that one. I didn't actually finish it. But I have a lot on my list that I need to watch still, but I've already seen a lot of them. So my collection is growing.
yes, yes. Well, one of the movies that scared the bejesus out of me was, for some reason, was Sixth Sense.
The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one that really scared me was I would say either Saw. I love Saw. Like that one, like that whole
Mm.
series is really good. It's really gory, but it also just scares me just being in that situation. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like you have nowhere to go and you're most likely gonna die. Like I
Yeah.
don't know how I would respond to that. And if you survive, you're pretty much mutilated. So it's one of those things where it's like it's scarier for me when it's more realistic, if that makes sense. Like
Mm.
I think it was Panic Room where it was about a movie where like intruders came into the house.
Mm.
Um, that's more realistic, which thus makes it like more scary. But if it's like Child's Play, like an evil doll, I'm like, okay, that's not real. Like that's not
Yeah.
gonna happen. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. You're more like something that the real horror of the world, like the have you seen The Strangers, the original one?
The Strangers? Yeah, those are the people with the mask, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, oh, it's been a while since I've seen that one. But yeah, I think they came out with the second one.
Yeah, but yeah.
Did you see it?
I've heard about it, and everyone keeps saying that it's just a lazy crash cash grab.
Unfortunately, that is what is happening to today's movies a lot. It's either sequels or remakes. And they're already coming out with the Goonies too, and I'm like, no. Like the day they touch Back to the Future is the day I'm done going to the movie theater. It's like, do not touch that one. They've already messed up Star Wars. They've already messed up so many sequels, and it just makes me really mad. But it is what it is.
In one rare occasion, the one thing that they didn't messed up was Blade Runner. The second Blade Runner was really
Blade
good.
Runner.
Yes, it was
I
really
agree.
good.
Yeah. I like Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
He was really good in The Notebook.
Oh,
Yeah. He's oh, you know The Notebook?
yeah,
Do
that's
you
why
like
I
The
laughed
Notebook?
at myself. I was like, how do I know a notebook?
Yeah. Um, but yeah, like the original Blade Runner is really good. I think it's ahead of its time just because like the CGI of it is really good. And there was a few things that was kind of aged poorly, especially like Harrison Ford in the 80s. He had this like assertive dominance over like women and stuff, and like
Mm.
didn't really age well. You know what? If you know what I'm trying to say, so like
Yeah,
yeah, there was a few things I'm like, but like that's the '80s for you. Some things didn't age well,
yeah,
but if we could take all that out, you'd have some pretty good movies.
yeah. Especially like they made Dune movies, and out of all people, David Lynch made Dune movies, and then the guy who made Denis Villeneuve make another Dune movies, and it's just like that's what I think we should do. Like the movies that had great concept and didn't do well. I would love to
Mhm.
see another Van Helsing, to be honest. Have you, do you remember Van Helsing?
Yeah, I remember that one. It's been a while since I've seen that one too.
Yeah, I love that movie. That movie was my everything. I thought like it was
Yeah,
the best movie ever because it didn't let you sit down.
yeah, yeah. I think it's funny. It's like, do you ever like watch a movie and you're like, oh my God, this movie's so good, and then you rewatch it and you're like, what the hell? Like this was not as good as I remembered.
Yes, it happened to me with the Transformer series. Except,
Really?
yes,
The
yes,
one with oh my gosh, what's her name? The really hot Megan Fox. Really hot, yeah, Megan Fox.
yeah,
That
she
lady,
is really
yeah.
hot.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a movie like I thought that with like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, which was the second one. I ended up loving it though, because it was like one of those where it was like so goofy and weird, but I love that sort of stuff. Like Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. I love
Oh
the movie
yeah.
so much. Yeah. Or Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, I haven't seen that one. You know what?
Yeah.
In that genre, the night the duo and the night everything goes wrong. The one
Hmm.
you cannot top one movie that's super bad. Super
Hmm.
bad is my it's on my Mount Olympus.
Super bad. Yeah, that's the one with oh my gosh, I'm terrible with names. But
Jonah Hill?
they're like college kids and stuff. They go to a college party, right? Um it's not is it Seth Rogen? No, it's not Seth Rogen. Who am I thinking of?
Jonah Hill, but they
Jonah
don't
Hill,
go
thank you.
to a college party. It's like a high school party.
High school party. Yeah, it has McLovin in it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, McLovin. Oh my God, I
Yeah.
love it. Oh, he's like,
McLovin.
you look like fucking Pinocchio. Oh my gosh, it's all coming back to me. I love that one. I love McLovin. He's so funny.
Yeah, he was really, really fun.
Wait, Seth Rogen was in it because he was the cop.
Oh yeah, he was, but he was not the
Yeah,
main
okay. No, I
character.
was like, I swear Seth Rogen was in that.
Yeah, and
There
Bill
was
Hader
another
was there.
funny one with Seth Rogen. It's where they went to go see the president of China. Um,
No, not China.
do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the interview.
The interview. Yeah, where did they go? Oh my gosh, it's been a while
North
since I've seen this.
Korea.
North Korea, not China. Yeah. They went to North Korea and he's like, all right, when you come back here, I'll rub your belly or something. It was, oh my God. It had
Yeah.
some funny lines. Yeah.
That movie, I'm a geek about movies, if you can tell. That movie cost almost it caused a lot of it caused a lot of trouble for them, for
Yeah.
Sony and everyone, because the North Korea president was like, you cannot release that movie, and also
Hmm.
and they he sent out hackers and all that jazz. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you bring up a good point because a lot of movies go through so much stuff to get made. It's really like, when you watch it, it's like you don't realize how much, was put into this. And it gives you an extra appreciation for it when you're like, oh wow, they took like years fighting to get like the rights for this or rights for that or just to make the damn thing, So
Yeah. I know
that's
you
cool.
I know you're the guest, but I just want to share one thing. Like, I thought I was
Hmm.
hypercritical of movies sometimes because I have watched a lot of them. But the
Hmm.
moment I made my first one, I realized how tough it is. But because my first movie, if you look at my
Hmm.
channel, I'm not sure if you can through my profile, and it's bad. The lighting is all off, everything. I didn't know what I was doing, so I have a lot of
I didn't know what
respect
I was
for.
doing. I mean, nobody does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
yeah.
Can
Uh
I tell you a little bit about? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, yeah, please.
I was gonna say, can I tell you a little bit about the movie I was gonna make?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I definitely like still want to make it because I promised my cast and my crew that I would find a person to hopefully back it up. But have you ever heard of the urban legend Polybius?
I have not.
It's either Polybius or Polybius, but working at an arcade, it was like this supposed arcade machine that gave psychological turmoil to the characters that played the game. They would cause like psychosis, suicide, vomiting, like crazy stuff. But it wasn't like nobody knew if it was real because it was posted on, I believe, like some website forum, and it was in the 2000s, and it said that this game came out in 1981, and it was this huge internet phenomenon, and people were like, "Did this actually happen? Is this real?" And nobody knew if it was real or not. So I got very inspired by that. Which newsflash, it wasn't real. I'm thinking people got it confused with the arcade game Berserk. Um, but I ended up making a script about it of these four teenagers who go into an arcade at night. They break into it, and they end up playing the game Polybius, and a bunch of crazy stuff happens to them. And I got really inspired by, I don't know if you know who the Angry Video Game Nerd is. Do you know
Uh,
him?
no, sorry, I don't.
James Rolfe. Well, he made a video over that, and I ended up getting inspired by his YouTube video, and I took so long, like I took months writing the script, creating the characters, and I actually drew one of the CRT monsters that I had in this. So this is what it looks like,
Oh
because
wow.
it's going to be a horror movie. And basically the whole arcade becomes possessed and starts killing off my characters one by one.
Oh,
Kind of like 1408. Have you seen that movie? I just watched that one.
I have not. Oh, you
That
have
one
so
has
many.
um, John Cusack, and it's
Oh,
like the whole room is alive.
oh, I remember. I remember. Yeah, it had like a billion different endings, and I watched two different kind. It's a really
Yeah.
good movie.
Yeah, because the audience, it's similar to Little Shop of Horrors, how like the audience didn't like the ending, so they ended up doing like alternate endings. So, like for example, I have Plex, which is a streaming service, and like it showed the end where he actually died, but like other ones, like he ends up living. It just depends on which one you watch, but it's kind of the reason why I bring up 1408 is because it's like that. The whole arcade comes to life, and the machine ends up killing each person one by one. And there's a twist in it. But yeah, I was pretty passionate about this project, and hopefully, I can do it one day.
Yeah, and speaking of 1408, that one did well, it did had some jump scares, but everything was so realistic in a
Hmm.
way, even though it's a haunted hotel room, but it was so realistic in a way that you cannot just. The biggest horror is that that's something that you know can happen in real life.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's I just don't think like a doll would murder me, but I definitely can believe, like somebody coming out to get me and stuff like that, or like a room um coming to get, or like even like he said, like, he thought he was laced on drugs. Like that's something that can happen and you can have like a really bad trip and it's scary. But my favorite thing about it is like how surreal it is. I'm really into like liminal spaces and stuff, and I love a lot of David Lynch's work because of that. Like it's just weird and doesn't quite make sense. But I'm like, I kind of dig that. I like it when things don't make sense. Because the entire like setting, the atmosphere, that's really important to me. If it has a good setting and it has a good set design and stuff, that's what really pulls me in.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you think about it, um, have you seen Mandy?
Mandy? No.
It's a Nicolas Cage movie. You should watch it.
When did it come out?
It came out in like 2018 or 19, if I'm not wrong. It's
Okay.
a
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If you
mm.
name anything from the 80s or the 90s, I've seen it, but a lot of like the newer things I've not seen, unfortunately. There's a few things I've seen. I guess the interview wasn't like new. It came out in like I want to say like 2011, maybe.
Yeah, 20. I'm not sure about the
2011.
year.
And super bad. That's the
Yeah,
guy from Scott Pilgrim, and I can't remember his name for the life of me, but
Michael
I love
Cera.
him. Yeah, Michael Cera, I love him.
So it doesn't make sense. Like once you found a rhythm, then you start being organized. Or what do you meant by organized? What did you
Yes.
mention it earlier?
Organized, since a lot of content creators will tell you, the ones that like have a business or are trying to get you to get some more traction will tell you it doesn't work if you just sporadically post your video, like, okay, here's one at 7, here's one like 3 days later, you know what I mean? Like you have to be organized in the sense that you're consistent with it, and like trial and error is like something that you have to figure out until you get that rhythm, like you were saying, like, okay, you have to find a flow that works best for you, because everybody is really different. There's not really like a set time for everybody. Um, but once you find that, and once you get more like organized, or even if you just try to pick a time, like I said, for example, try to post at like 4 o'clock every single day, make that a goal for the next like 3 months. Another thing I will recommend to you is batch creation. That's so important, because you do not want to create a video every single day. You're going to burn yourself out. If you make like 5 or even 10 videos a day, or in one day, you can schedule your post in advance, and then you don't have to, do a bunch of videos for like 10 days. You will have to knock it out in a day, but I think that's a better alternative.
Hmm. And in uh, is it absolutely necessary to post one video every day, or one reel, or one TikTok every day?
Um, I personally think it is, because it really just shows the algorithm gods that you want to be noticed. I think if you miss one day, it won't be as bad. I definitely don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think you should post like 3 times a day. Although I personally have had the Meta business, call me, one of the workers call me, and they told me to post 3 times a day in order to grow. And that's how I was getting like monetized and stuff, because I have been monetized, just not to the point where I can make it a full-time job. They told me to like start posting 3 times a day, but honestly, what I've found out is that like if you post 3 times a day, like Instagram will flag that as a spam, if that makes sense. So maybe not 3 times a day, but definitely try to stick to like at least once a day and be consistent with it.
Hmm. Because I'm thinking about myself here. I post
Hmm.
like uh 3 times a week,
Hmm.
because honestly I don't have much. I only post one teaser for a podcast, and then I post for Then post for the full episode. So it's like literally Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays I post. So are you
Mhm.
recommending me I post like six or seven times a week?
Um, I would say like do some promotional stuff, but also kind of mix it up, like I would say, for example, sometimes I do carousel post, which is just like posting photos of like different fashion tips or like inspiration and stuff like that. Um you could mix that in there so you don't have to do reels all the time. Like doing like maybe 3 reels and then 2 carousel posts. It's really up to you. That's what I found works best if you just keep posting. But I also would say definitely don't just post anything. Niche down, make sure you have a niche. That's the most important thing. And you're using the same hashtag. Because what I've noticed is that when I don't use the same hashtag, when I make a video that's completely different from what I'm usually doing, um, it doesn't do as well. I noticed that, like, for example, I've been using the hashtag film talk, like FILLMTOK, like film TikTok. I've been using that hashtag a lot with reoccurring videos, and I've noticed that that one gets the most traction because I'm not just using random hashtags and a bunch of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And our niche, again, it can be anything,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. I'd say I know a lot of people like to do lifestyle stuff, which is fine. But I would recommend if you really want to get somewhere, offer things to people. Um, which is even harder for me because I offer like entertainment stuff, like filmmaking and stuff. And you were saying like, oh, do you have a course and stuff? I don't have a course like that available.
Mm,
As of right now, I'm a partner with Hot Topic, so really the only thing I can offer right now is merchandise from Hot Topic,
mm,
and like modeling and stuff. But I would say like definitely have something that you can offer as your niche. Like for example, if you want to offer how to make it big in the film industry or something like that, like having a course or having something to sell is important if you want to get monetized. But if you want to get noticed, just do whatever you want, honestly. You can make it fun. So,
mm, absolutely. And my question is when we see the glamour, okay, there's a chain of questions afterwards, so be
mhm.
ready.
That's okay.
So, okay, there's one stereotype, and I have been guilty about it. It's like the more you show, the less interesting your life is. Like the more you're showing off that you're really rich and all that and making all this money from social media, most of the time it's not true. I believe you have some content creator friends and you see them happy and all the time and you see them like normal.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a thing that whenever you're trying to it's a long-winded question, but do you think that it takes a mental toll on you, all the content creation that you just forget, uh, as cliched as it sounds, you forget who you are at some point?
Um, Man, that's a deep question.
Yeah.
I definitely, as far as like the mental toll part of it, it definitely does take a toll out of you. Because not only are you just dedicating so much time to it, um, some people use their authentic self online, but like for example me, like it's kind of like a facade. It's like an actor in a way, I'm a different person on the internet than I am like behind the scenes, and I believe every content creator is like that. um that's just really how like performing in life is. But as far as like taking a toll on your mental health, most definitely. I kind of have a bad addiction to my phone because I'm always just like looking at like looking at my metrics, looking at my strategies and stuff. I've never really met a content creator who hasn't had a phone addiction, so that's definitely taking a mental toll on it. And also just getting some discouraging comments can be a little, like, I don't really like it, but it takes a lot of thick skin, and I've just kind of brushed it off because I think like, they don't really know who I am and I don't really know who they are. So I don't know what they're going through. They don't know what I'm going through. So it takes a certain kind of mindset to just be like, it's not real. You know what I mean? It's a business. It's a form of art. I am my authentic self online to a degree. You know, I like to talk to my audience and my community. I like to reach out to them, direct message them, you know, and open up to them a little bit. But I'm not like sharing every single second of my life on there.
Yeah, absolutely not. And also, people think the moment you hit more than 1K or more than 5K, you will start earning things, but that's absolutely not true, right?
No. No, it's not. Like, for example, like I just got partnered with Hot Topic, like, and I am monetized. The way you can start earning things is just, I've noticed like live streaming really helps. And really, like, this is an important one, reaching, like I said, reaching out to your audience, because if you know, if you make them feel heard, they're gonna keep coming back and they're gonna be excited to see what you have to post. So making that community is very important because you get people who support you and you support them, and they're gonna help you make your dreams come true, really.
Mhm. And one more question on the same topic is that even though some people do have a lot of followers, is there a chance or have you know someone who is a bu who buys those followers?
I've not known anybody personally. I don't really like have respect for those kind of people who just buy their followers. I mean, that just kind of defeats the whole purpose of it. It is really easy to just be like, buy your followers, but I feel like that's just people who make like scam pages and stuff like that who try to just get your money. I don't know anybody personally that does that though, so I couldn't
Um,
tell you.
it was told to me by a actress slash model, right? Right now,
Hmm.
because there's a wave, not wave, there's a trend like hiring content creator who are famous so that your movie will get more free marketing in a way, you know what I mean? So there is a certain consideration where people look for the followers, how many followers you have, and she
Hmm.
said she found a lot of models that have like 100,000 or almost a million followers and nobody knows them. And it's
Yeah.
most of the time because of that. So,
That's awful, you know, like there's other ways to get a following. And also like personally, I don't see anything wrong with like, you know, putting money into like an ad budget, you know what I mean? Or if you want to stand out like with verified. I have a trial run of the verified check mark, which I think is great because I can ensure people that I am verified. I'm the real Crystal Kiss. But like if you're like buying followers, I think that just like defeats the purpose of it. You know what I mean? It's just like there's a difference between like there's a content creator and there's an influencer. An influencer is somebody who's just like, you know, like you're saying, like who just has a bunch of followers and stuff, which is fine. But a content creator is somebody who actually like wants to make money from this and actually make like a lifestyle out of it
yeah.
and make money.
And it's not for everyone, if I'm hearing
Mhm.
that right.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not for everybody. Like biggest thing, you gotta have big, thick skin. You gotta be consistent. If you're somebody who easily, which I used to be like that, and I still kind of am. If you're somebody who just kind of like can't stick to long-term things because it's a lagging process. It's going to take a long time. I still haven't reached the goal that I wanted to reach. But if you celebrate those tiny milestones, like, hey, I just got my first collab, or hey, you know, I'm talking on a podcast right now, you know,
Mhm.
that's what kind of keeps me going. So you got to have a lot of patience, and it's not for somebody who just kind of wants it quick right now. Like, it's going to take some time.
And also privacy. I hope you have not,
Hmm.
and I hope you never experience this, but a lot of content creator gets doxxed and stalked and all those scary things. So that should be considered too, I think, right?
Yeah, there's been people who have like wanted to meet up with me and stuff, which is like it's fine if I know you in real life, but like if I don't, that's a little weird. Or I would even say like um sexual weird things, that's like just uncalled for. Yeah, like eye roll. I know. Yeah, I'm sorry, but like, that's the one, especially as a woman, I
Mm.
face that a lot, and it's just like, nah, like there's nothing wrong with like feeling beautiful like in an outfit or whatever, but it crosses a line sometimes, and unfortunately, you got those people out there that'll send you some weird stuff or ask for weird things.
Yeah. So that's why I'm privileged to be born as a guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say like at least I mean maybe you deal with that. I don't know, but I
Uh,
mean and no matter the gender, anybody can deal with that. So it's
yeah.
sad, but
Well, I had not a lot, but just a couple of stalkers, and that was not because of my online persona or anything. It was just some
hmm
personal people who cannot take no for an answer. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Obviously, not to that extent.
yeah,
That's dangerous, scary,
hmm
and everything. And even though I was being stalked, I never felt scared because, again, physically they cannot do much. No offense to
right,
anyone, but
yeah. Just don't give out your personal information online. That's the biggest thing. Like nobody needs to know your number. Nobody needs to know your email or anything. Like that's honestly like believe it or not, Crystal Kiss is not my real name. But
yeah,
for my own safety and for my own protection, that's my stage name. I think it's smart to have like a different name online than what you have in real life
yeah.
for
That's
that
all.
reason.
Oh, I was kind of impressed. That's a really cool name, like a more like a
I'm sorry,
superhero.
I know it sounds like a JoJo character.
Yeah,
No, it's not or it sounds like, like some rock star from the 80s.
yeah.
No, I really like this name. It just kind of stuck with me. Because back at home, I used to do like theater shows and stuff.
Mm,
And I worked at a rainbow bar or gay bar, and
mm.
I would do performances on stage and stuff and my name was Crystal Kiss, so I did a lot of like 80s looks and stuff, and that just kind of stuck with me.
Yeah. Okay, what's your favorite 80s look?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so like for right now, like I've been into the goths for some reason. Like I've been into goth lately, and I think it's just because like I love horror movies, I love scary games, and I don't know, it's just the season of my life, I guess. But like my favorite look for a while has been just like the big hair. I've done a lot of fun looks. I did Paul Stanley from Kiss one time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I've done April O'Neil. I've done a lot of cosplaying and stuff. But like my favorite thing I used to do was like teasing my hair really, really big and going to work like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it was an 80s arcade. I don't think they're gonna complain.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But the first thing that made me smile when I watched your profile was your cosplay as Marty McFly.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
actually got to meet Christopher Lloyd.
Yes, yes, yes. I saw that photo, so that was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be a good conversation because I love that
Yeah, he was I wanted to meet him so bad because unfortunately, me being Gen Z, I a lot of my people that I want to see or like seeing concert and stuff like that is gonna pass away or they're retired, unfortunately. Like I'm a big Ozzy fan. He recently passed away.
No.
Yeah, rest in peace. But I was very thankful to see Christopher Lloyd and just hearing him took me back to my childhood. I like started crying. It was the best day of my life.
Mm. Did he set the line for you?
Oh yeah, there's roads where we're going we don't need roads. Like I was just like, oh my God, am I in Back to the Future right now? This is awesome. And
Okay.
I've actually drove a DeLorean, which was a
Mm.
lot of fun.
Oh my God, you're
But it
so
didn't have
lucky.
any power steering, so that was the only problem. I was like turning the wheels so hard. I'm like, how did people actually do this in the 80s? I have no idea. But it made me thankful for my current car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been like doing little edits where I pretend like I'm in a video game. I do like little sprites and stuff where you just take like a still picture and then you like, edit it to where like it has that PS2 groggy sounding voice. But those take a long time to edit, man. And what's so disappointing is that like I will spend so much time on that, right? it gets like 600 views. And then I post one where I'm like, asking one singular question and it gets like 2 million. I'm like, what? Hold on, no, something's not adding up here. I spent so much time on this. Like, it's disappointing, but that's the frustration of being a content creator. Like there's some frustrations to come ahead, but don't take it
Yeah.
personally, is what I can tell you.
Yeah, I will. For me personally, I don't because again, the most views I got it was it for a meme, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole fight scene is like a minute and a half, 2 minutes long, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I just took a chunk of that, like a little snippet, 10 seconds of it, and make it a meme. And that one
Mm-hmm.
still gets more, that one has the most views I have ever had. So it's just like, what? We spent like 5 minutes
Yeah.
working on this and it didn't got any, and this one got so many views. What the hell?
Yeah, that's why, like, honestly, if you just like less is more is the biggest thing, man. Because it's like, like I said, I put 5 minutes into a video, got 2 million, but I put like hours into a video and it gets not that much. It's a letdown because it's like, well, I want to push this kind of content because this is the kind of content I want people to see. But I think like you should really start just by niching down and try to figure out what people want, and then once you get that audience, post what you want.
Hmm.
It's
I
all a
forgot to ask.
process.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah.
long process. I forgot to ask earlier, what's your favorite, what anime are you watching right now?
What anime am I watching?
Yeah.
Man, I see. I've been into a horror movie kick right now, so I haven't been watching a lot of anime. I'm trying to think of the most recent one I watched. Oh, Cutie Honey. I highly doubt you know what that is.
No.
Do you know what Cutie Honey is?
No.
Okay, so it's this anime. It originated in the 70s. Um, it's very how do I put this? Lustful. So
Okay.
like the whole thing, like the character's supposed to be like, oh, look at me, like kind of deal, but like she's a magical girl at the same time. She fights crime and she can like transform into these different personalities and stuff. And I've been really into like magical girl animes. Like I love Sailor Moon and Madoka Magica and stuff like that. So I really liked Cutie Honey. I love the OP. Trying to think of like other ones I've watched recently. I've seen a lot of like anime movies. Like my favorite one is Perfect Blue. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yes, I have.
Yes, that one's so good. I cosplayed Mima. I did
Oh.
her yeah, I did her uh pop icon look with the white dress and the pink ruffles. My friend Helen made that for me out of an old wedding dress, which is
Oh
the cool
wow.
part. So,
That's
yeah.
have you seen
Yeah, it's
Garden of
fun. It's
Words?
I'm excited for the hmm?
Nothing. I was about
Oh, what
sorry
did
to
you say?
interrupt.
Sorry.
Sorry to interrupt. I was saying, have you seen Garden
No,
of
you're okay.
Words?
Guardian of Worlds?
Garden of
Is that
Words.
what you said? Garden of Words. Oh yeah, I think I have. I'm trying. That's a movie, right?
Yes,
Is it on Netflix?
I
Okay, yeah,
believe
I
it.
believe I have. I watched one where there's this door and she opens a portal to it. I don't know if that's the same one. Beautiful animation.
No,
I think I'm thinking of something else. Can't
that's
remember the title of it right now.
Shizumiya or Shizume or something, but it's a
Yeah,
different one.
I think it was something like that. Oh my gosh, it was like the prettiest animation I've ever seen. It was like 3D and 2D, and usually I don't like that, but I feel like that movie did it well.
Yeah, same thing with Garden of Words. It's gorgeous to look at. I don't know how they do
Yeah.
it, but it's gorgeous to look at.
Yeah, like even like Studio Ghibli stuff. Like I watched My Neighbor Totoro and Kiki's Delivery Service. What's the other one? Oh, it's not coming to me, but yeah, I've seen a
Spirited
lot of
Away,
those films and yeah, thank you.
Hot Topic, or what?
As of right now, I've just picked up some extra jobs. I'm planning to work at TJ Maxx and stuff. Just some stuff to hopefully either go to college to learn like performing arts or more about like media and stuff, or move out. I'm actually really close to Georgia, And if you know anything about Georgia, they're filming Stranger Things there, or they filmed Stranger Things there, and they're like it's like the third biggest film production place. It's like the new LA, if that
Oh
makes sense.
wow, that's good. I thought the
Yeah,
new
like they
LA
have all
was in
sorts of filming
Canada.
stuff there in Atlanta. In Canada? Wait. Oh, okay.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. I was just talking about a Canadian film. Have you ever seen Rock and Rule?
no, I'm not.
Probably not, because that one's very obscure. Yeah, well, I was bringing it up because I'm like, how come nobody knows this movie? It's like beautifully animated. It's kind of psychedelic in a way. And it has like Cheap Trick, Debbie Harry, Earth, Wind, and Fire, like all these
Oh
popular
wow.
voice actors. So how come nobody knows what it is, you know? I have no clue.
Mm,
Look it up
okay.
sometime. It's really good.
Okay, you have to name it again. You said what? Rock and Rule?
Rock and Rule. Rock and Rule. So it's like instead of roll, RULE. Rock
Mm.
and Rule.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And okay,
I don't know why it didn't do well, but it
yeah.
is what it is.
Okay, so before I let you go, do you have any other future projects that you want to mention here?
Well, I brought it up earlier, but I really want to pitch my movie that I want to make. It's called Kill Screen because if you play an arcade game, in order to beat it, you have to get to the kill screen. And I also think that just sounds like kind of like a horror movie title. And there's a lot that goes into that. So I really want to fulfill that promise that I gave to my cast and crew that I would do this project for them because I love and care for them so much and I miss them. Because I ended up, this was back in Missouri and I'm in South Carolina right now. So I want to be able to continue that with them hopefully soon. And other than that, I'm excited to start the new Hot Topic partner program and share some clothing and my fanatic merchandise with people, and keep doing podcasts and other long form content.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, so can you elaborate a little more, bit more about the Hot Topic collaboration? Because I think people would be interested in that.
Yeah, so what it is I basically earn commission off of like the clothes that I model, and I also have a storefront. You can find it in my link tree. It says Hot Topic Storefront at the very top, and once you click on it, there's like some products that I have personally picked out and put on my storefront that people can buy, and I earn commissions from. And I'll also be like modeling on their website and their Instagram and social pages. And that's really big for me because I grew up loving Hot Topic and I love rock music. I love nerdy things. So being able to partner with them is pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And one last, okay, and if someone is listening to you right now, younger or not, regardless of age, who wants to break into content creation or break into modeling, cosplay, anything, what would be your advice? I know you have sprinkled it across the whole podcast, but what would be your final word or word of wisdom?
Stay true to yourself. It's like I said, it's important to find a niche, but make sure it's a niche that you love and that you want to do for a long time. If it's something that you really want to pursue, do it. Don't really listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to people that are discouraging. Do not listen to the hate comments because, like I said, you don't know them, they don't know you, so it really doesn't matter. And listen to the people that support you because there is a community for everybody. That's the beautiful thing about social media is that there's so many like micro communities that there's really anything. So find a niche, make sure that it's something that you actually want to pursue and that you love and you're passionate about it and build your community.
Yeah, absolutely. And okay, so it was amazing to talk to you. We have a lot of nerdy stuff that we want to talk about, like anime, horror movies, And what
Yes.
other genre that you like? Comedies?
Anime horror. Anime
Yes.
horror. I mean, we could talk about that.
Yeah. It's a mixed
Science
bag.
fiction.
Yeah.
I'm a big
That's
science fiction fan.
yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
sci-fi horror. Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
we
We got
might
lots to talk about.
yeah, I might I might do a panel so
Hmm.
like two or three people. So let's see. I'll be in touch with you and it was
Okay.
amazing to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. And cut. So
Please, 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 I'm begging you. Please. I'm desperate. I don't know what to do. Please subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe for more content.
Subscribe to my channel.